Looking for a place with 300 plus days of sunshine, jaw-dropping landscapes, and a laid-back desert vibe? From vibrant artsy towns to luxury retreats, the US is packed with stunning desert cities that offer more than just sand and cacti. Want to know where homes average around $350,000? Or which spot has world-famous hiking trails right in your backyard? Whether you're dreaming of outdoor adventures or a peaceful escape, we're counting down the 10 most beautiful and charming desert cities to call home. Which one has the perfect mix of sunshine and charm for you? Stick around to find out. Number 10. Scottsdale, Arizona. Picture this, sipping on a craft cocktail by the pool, surrounded by palm trees and vibrant desert blooms. That's a normal day in Scottsdale, Arizona. This city is basically a desert resort that you get to call home. With a population of 250,000 and more than 300 days of sunshine a year, it's a dream spot for anyone who loves luxury and a little adventure. The median home price is around $750,000, which sounds steep, but you're paying for the glam. Think sprawling homes with desert mountain views, sparkling pools, and sleek modern designs. Property taxes are relatively manageable, averaging around 0.6%. And utilities? Expect to pay about $160 a month, but hey, you get that dry Arizona heat instead of sweaty humidity. Now, Scottsdale isn't just fancy houses and golf courses, although there are over 200 golf courses in the area if that's your thing. The nightlife is buzzing with rooftop bars and swanky lounges. And if you're into festivals, the Scottsdale Culinary Festival and Barrett-Jackson Car Auction are iconic. Plus, Camelback Mountain offers epic hiking trails for when you need to work off those margaritas. Healthcare is top-notch, with facilities like Mayo Clinic serving the area. And crime rates? They're 35% lower than the national average, making it one of the safest cities in Arizona. Plus, if you've got kids, the schools are ranked among the top in the state. Living in Scottsdale is like being on a permanent vacation, except it's your real life. Sure, summers hit 105 degrees Fahrenheit, but trust me, pool parties and sunset hikes make it totally worth it. And in the cooler months, absolute bliss. So if you're dreaming of that luxurious desert lifestyle with a side of adventure, Scottsdale might just be calling your name. Number 9. St. George, Utah. Imagine waking up to the glowing red cliffs of Zion National Park right in your backyard. That's St. George, Utah for you. A city that feels like it's straight out of a movie set. With a population of around 100,000 and growing fast, this desert gem offers a perfect mix of outdoor adventure and small city comfort. And bonus, it's one of the sunniest places in the country, getting over 255 sunny days a year. Homes here typically go for around $475,000, which is pretty reasonable considering you're surrounded by jaw-dropping views. Utilities will run you about $150 a month. And yes, the summer AC bill will spike a bit, with temps climbing to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But winters? Absolute perfection, hovering around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. St. George is also big on outdoor fun, with endless hiking, mountain biking, and even kayaking opportunities along the Virgin River. And when you need a little me time, there are tons of charming cafes, farm-to-table restaurants, and even local breweries popping up. The cost of living is about 7% lower than the national average, and grocery prices? Pretty average, with a gallon of milk around $3.50 and eggs at $3. Not bad for desert living, right? Healthcare is solid, with Intermountain Healthcare leading the charge, and St. George ranks as one of the healthiest cities in Utah. And schools? They're no slouch either, with the Washington County School District earning high marks. Oh, and crime rates? 22% lower than the national average, so you can feel pretty safe strolling around town. Whether you're exploring Snow Canyon State Park on the weekends or just kicking back with a book at a local coffee shop, St. George has that perfect laid-back adventurous vibe. Honestly, it's like nature's version of luxury. And the best part? You don't have to be a millionaire to enjoy it. Number 8. Marfa, Texas. Marfa, Texas is like no other desert town you've ever seen. Seriously, where else can you find a giant fake Prada store in the middle of nowhere? It's quirky, artsy, and endlessly fascinating. With a teeny-tiny population of around 1,900 people, Marfa is the ultimate escape for creatives, adventurers, and anyone who's ever dreamed of living inside an indie film. Homes in Marfa usually hover around $350,000, but don't expect cookie-cutter suburbia. Think adorable adobe houses, artistic studios, and rustic desert retreats. Property taxes sit at around 1.8%, typical for Texas, but with no state income tax, you'll pocket some extra cash. And utility costs? Around $140 a month. Sure, it gets hot in the summer, 90 degrees Fahrenheit is normal, but the nights cool down beautifully, making desert stargazing an actual hobby here. And speaking of stars, Marfa's night skies are legendary. Thanks to its remote location, it's one of the best places in the US to see the Milky Way. Plus, there's the whole Marfa Lights mystery, glowing orbs that dance on the horizon. Locals will swear it's aliens. Honestly, it's wild. Marfa also punches way above its weight when it comes to art and culture. The Chainati Foundation features massive contemporary installations that people fly in from all over the world to see. And if you're a foodie, you'll love the locally owned taco joints and quirky cafes, where a breakfast burrito will only set you back around $6. But the vibe? Pure creativity. Neighbors here know your name. Artists sell their work right from their front yards, and there's an annual Marfa Film Festival that's basically a desert version of Sundance. So, if you're the type who loves good art, weird mysteries, and small-town charm, Marfa's calling your name. Number 7. Bisbee, Arizona. If you're all about that artsy, bohemian vibe, Bisbee, Arizona might just be your spirit city. Tucked away in the Mule Mountains, Bisbee has this colorful, Old West meets modern art feel. Picture narrow, winding streets, historic Victorian homes, and vibrant murals around every corner. With a cozy population of around 5,200 people, it's like living in one giant artist's retreat. And honestly, it's awesome. Now for the nitty-gritty, the cost of living here is a total win. Homes average around $280,000, which is practically a steal for a city with views this gorgeous. Property taxes are low, around 0.8%, and your monthly utilities will hover at about $130. Plus, those mild summers with highs around 90 degrees Fahrenheit are way more manageable than Arizona's scorching desert cities. But what really makes Bisbee shine? The community. People here are friendly, creative, and love a good festival. And trust me, Bisbee has plenty. There's the Bisbee 1000 Stair Climb, where people race up the city's historic staircases, and the Bisbee Blues Festival, which turns the town into one big party. Plus, if you're into the supernatural, the ghost tours at the old Copper Queen Hotel will give you chills in the best way. And for everyday living, groceries and essentials are pretty affordable. A gallon of milk is about $3.80, and dining out at one of the local cafes will cost you around $12 for a solid meal. Healthcare is available through Copper Queen Community Hospital, which offers surprisingly good care for such a small town. And the outdoors? Bisbee has that covered too. The nearby Chiricahua Mountains offer stunning hikes, and if you're into road trips, the Mexican border is just 20 minutes away. So, if you're after an offbeat desert escape with serious character, Bisbee might just be your perfect match. Number 6. Prescott, Arizona. Imagine this, a charming Old West town, surrounded by pine forests and shimmering lakes where the air is cooler and the vibe is a perfect blend of rugged adventure and laid-back living. That's Prescott, Arizona for you. Sitting at an elevation of 5,300 feet, Prescott offers a refreshing twist on desert living. While Phoenix scorches at 110 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, Prescott chills out with highs around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winters are light, with snowfalls that average about 12 inches, just enough for a winter wonderland without the hassle. The median home price here is around $480,000, making it more affordable than Sedona or Scottsdale. Utilities hover at about $150 per month, and since Prescott is all about that small-town charm, you won't be burning cash on overpriced amenities. Property taxes are also super manageable, typically around 0.62%. And groceries? Expect to spend around $3.70 for a gallon of milk and $2.50 for a dozen eggs. Not bad for a town that feels like a permanent mountain retreat. But it's not just about the numbers. It's the lifestyle. Prescott's historic downtown is like walking through a Western movie set. Whiskey Row is legendary, lined with saloons where cowboys once roamed. Now, you'll find modern craft breweries, local coffee shops, and boutiques. And if you're an outdoor enthusiast, you're in luck. You've got Watson Lake and Granite Dells just minutes away for kayaking, paddleboarding, or rock climbing. The area also boasts over 450 miles of trails for hiking and biking. Healthcare is top-notch too, with the Dignity Health Yavapai Regional Medical Center nearby. And safety? Prescott's crime rate is 40% lower than the national average, making it an ideal spot for families or retirees. Plus, the schools are ranked among the best in Arizona. So, if you're craving crisp mountain air, vibrant sunsets, and a town that blends history with modern comforts, Prescott's waiting for you. It's desert living, but with a refreshing twist. Number 5. Santa Fe, New Mexico. If you've ever dreamed of living inside a painting, Santa Fe, New Mexico might just be your perfect match. Known as the City Different, this high desert gem is all about adobe-style homes, breathtaking mountain views, and an art scene that'll have your creative soul doing backflips. With a population of around 88,000, Santa Fe is big enough to keep things interesting, but small enough to feel like a cozy artistic retreat. Home prices? Expect to pay about $600,000 for a Pueblo-style adobe house with vibrant turquoise doors and hand-carved wooden beams. Renters can find spots for around $1,800 a month. Utilities run about $150 monthly, and groceries stay pretty reasonable, with a gallon of milk around $3.80 and eggs at $3.30. Oh, and no sweating through unbearable summers here. Santa Fe sits at 7,000 feet elevation, so the highs usually stay in the comfortable 80 degrees Fahrenheit range. Winters bring a dusting of snow, just enough to cozy up by the fireplace. But the real star? The culture. Santa Fe's art scene is world-renowned, with over 250 galleries lining the historic Canyon Road. You've also got festivals like the Santa Fe Indian Market and the International Folk Art Market, where creators from all over the globe gather. And let's not forget the food. Green chili stew? Anyone? Expect mouth-watering southwestern dishes at every turn. Healthcare is solid, with the Christus St. Vincent Regional Medical Center providing excellent care. And while Santa Fe's charm is undeniable, its crime rate is slightly higher than the national average. But neighborhoods like Tesuque and El Dorado are known for being peaceful and family-friendly. Living in Santa Fe means waking up to golden sunrises, exploring ancient adobe architecture, and catching live flamenco performances on a random Tuesday night. It's artistic, soulful, and unlike any other desert city. Number 4. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, Arizona, where the desert landscape practically hugs the city, and every sunset feels like a watercolor painting. With a population of around 550,000, Tucson offers that rare mix of big city amenities with a laid-back southwestern vibe. If you're all about sunshine, you're in luck. Tucson gets a whopping 286 sunny days per year. Sure, summer temps can hit 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but the low humidity makes it bearable. Plus, desert nights cool down beautifully. Living here is refreshingly affordable. The median home price is around $350,000, and renters can snag a one-bedroom apartment for roughly $1,200 a month. Utilities are pretty standard at $140 monthly. And groceries? A gallon of milk costs around $3.50, while a dozen eggs might run you $3.20. Combine that with a cost of living that's 8% lower than the national average, and Tucson becomes a pretty sweet deal. But what really makes Tucson shine is its culture. The city is a proud melting pot of Mexican, Native American, and cowboy heritage. You'll find vibrant murals around town, the world-famous Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, and the All Souls Procession, a massive celebration that blends Dia de los Muertos with local artistry. And foodies, brace yourselves. Tucson was named a UNESCO City of Gastronomy for its insanely delicious Sonoran cuisine. Ever had a Sonoran hot dog? It's a must. Outdoor lovers, get ready. Tucson is surrounded by 5 mountain ranges, including the Santa Catalina Mountains, making it a hiker's paradise. The nearby Saguaro National Park is practically your backyard, filled with those classic giant cacti. Healthcare is solid too, with the banner University Medical Center providing excellent services. And safety. Tucson's crime rate is a bit higher than the national average, but neighborhoods like Catalina Foothills and Oro Valley are considered some of the safest in the state. So if you're looking for affordable desert living with a rich cultural heartbeat and non-stop sunshine, Tucson's ready to welcome you with open arms. Number 3. Palm Springs, California. Imagine waking up in a mid-century modern home, sipping coffee by the pool, with palm trees swaying and mountain views so stunning they look like a movie backdrop. That's just a regular morning in Palm Springs, California. Nestled in the Coachella Valley, this chic desert oasis has a population of around 45,000. But when festival season rolls around, it feels like the whole world wants to join the party. Now, Palm Springs isn't exactly a bargain, but hey, luxury has its price. The median home price sits around $700,000, with those ultra-glam estates going for millions. Renting? Expect to pay around $2,500 a month for a trendy 2-bedroom apartment. Utility costs will run you about $180 per month, and the desert's summer heat, we're talking highs of 110 degrees Fahrenheit, means that AC is working overtime. But trust me, it's worth it. Palm Springs is famous for its mid-century architecture, luxury resorts, and vibrant cultural scene. From the annual Modernism Week that draws design lovers from all over to the legendary Coachella and Stagecoach music festivals, there's never a dull moment. Plus, it's a golfer's paradise with over 130 golf courses in the region. The food scene? Absolutely best. You'll find everything from Michelin-starred dining to retro diners where a stack of pancakes will only set you back $12. And when the desert sun sets, downtown Palm Springs comes alive with rooftop bars, speakeasies, and classic lounges where you might just spot a celebrity or two. Healthcare is excellent, with facilities like Desert Regional Medical Center providing top-notch care. Safety? While crime rates are slightly above the national average, the city's upscale neighborhoods like Indian Canyons and Old Las Palmas offer plenty of peace and privacy. So, if you're craving that luxurious desert lifestyle with endless sunshine and a sprinkle of Hollywood glam, Palm Springs is calling your name. And let's be real, who wouldn't want a poolside margarita in their backyard? Number 2. Moab, Utah. Alright, if your idea of a perfect day involves towering red rock formations, adrenaline-pumping adventures, and sunsets that light up the sky in every shade of orange, then welcome to Moab, Utah. This desert wonderland, home to around 5,300 people, feels like a giant outdoor playground. With Arches National Park and Canyonlands, National Park right next door, nature lovers are basically in paradise. Let's talk costs. Houses in Moab average around $480,000, but prices can climb for those jaw-dropping properties with direct red rock views. Renters typically pay around $1,600 per month for a 1-bedroom. Utilities will set you back about $140 a month, and groceries are pretty standard. Expect to pay around $4 for a gallon of milk. But the real draw? The endless outdoor activities. From off-roading on the legendary Hell's Revenge Trail to whitewater rafting down the Colorado River, Moab's got adventure for days. And if you're a hiker, buckle up. Delicate Arch is basically your backyard. Plus, mountain biking here is next level, with trails like Slick Rock that'll test your skills and maybe your nerves. Healthcare is decent for a small town, with Moab Regional Hospital providing primary and emergency care. And while Moab is generally safe, tourism surges during peak seasons, so locals know to keep an eye out. One of the best parts about Moab? The community. It's a tight-knit town where people bond over their latest hikes, climbs, or river adventures. Festivals like the Moab Music Festival and Jeep Safari bring everyone together for some classic small-town fun. Honestly, if you're an outdoor enthusiast looking to live where the landscapes are legendary, Moab is a dream come true. Plus, those sunsets, pure magic. Number 1. Sedona, Arizona. Now, if you're looking for a place that feels like a giant natural spa day every single day, Sedona, Arizona is your desert paradise. With a population of around 10,000, this picturesque town is famous for its jaw-dropping red rock formations and that magical, calming vibe. And let's not forget those vortex sites, spots believed to radiate spiritual energy. Even if you're not into the mystical side of things, it's impossible not to feel a little more zen in Sedona. But how much will this slice of heaven cost you? Well, homes here are on the pricier side, averaging around $950,000. Rentals are also on the luxurious end, with one-bedroom apartments going for about $2,200 per month. Utilities sit around $160 per month, and groceries are reasonable for a tourist town. Expect to pay around $3.80 for a gallon of milk. One of the perks of living here? The climate. Summers top out around 95 degrees Fahrenheit, but the evenings cool down beautifully. Winters? Mild, with temps averaging around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Plus, there's no shortage of ways to stay active. With over 100 hiking trails, including the iconic Cathedral Rock and Devil's Bridge, you'll never run out of places to explore. Sedona's also got an artistic streak. Galleries are everywhere, showcasing everything from Native American jewelry to modern landscape paintings. And when it's time to unwind, you're spoiled for choice with wellness spas and yoga retreats that draw people from across the globe. Healthcare is reliable, with facilities like Verde Valley Medical Center nearby. Crime rates are impressively low, about 60% lower than the national average. And schools? While Sedona is primarily known as a retirement haven, families here enjoy small, community-oriented schools. Whether you're hiking through Crimson Canyons, indulging in a holistic spa day, or just soaking in the beauty from your back porch, Sedona offers an unmatched desert lifestyle. It's no wonder people fall in love and never leave.